Sheila is a Filipino-Canadian actress based in Winnipeg. Islands is her first feature film role and her first time acting on screen. She was later cast in another lead role for the short film Manzanas. She was also cast on a TV crime series, Cruise Ship Killers Season 2. She was born and raised in Parañaque City, Philippines. She was a member of her high school theater guild and won acting and public speaking awards at her school and in international school interschool competitions. She graduated from with a Doctor of Dentistry degree and a Bachelor of Science degree in nursing, then practiced as a licensed dentist and registered nurse in the Philippines. She is a healthcare worker in Winnipeg and she also has her own permanent makeup business. To talk about Buhay Abroad, multitasking, and parenting, live streaming from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Shiela Lotuaco.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon to all who are watching TNC. I am Sheila Lotuaco from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. It's actually 12:45 a.m. here, but I still have energy and I'm excited to share, inspire, and encourage all the women out there. I want to talk about buhay abroad, specifically here in Canada, multitasking and parenting. So here is the list of my hats that I wear. I am a devoted wife and a mom, a healthcare worker, an actor. I have my permanent makeup business. I'm also helping my husband in his distribution business, and I'm also managing our hot tub rental business. I am also currently in the process of acquiring my nursing license here in Canada. Just a little bit of a backtrack. I was born and raised in Parañaque, Philippines, a South girl. I practiced as a licensed dentist for 14 years with my husband. We had established two clinics together, and I was also a registered nurse. We were living our lives quite well, living in a decent condo in Taguig. We just had our second child born 2 years before we immigrate to Canada. The two clinics were doing well and increasing in patient base. We were enjoying our time with family and friends on weekends and holidays. We were fine in our comfort zone. Then why did you have to leave and move to Canada? That is the question na palaging tinatanong sa amin. It was not an easy decision because we had to leave everything behind. Not only the practice, but we will be away from our family and friends. The opportunity presented itself. We came up with the decision to grab it. We do not want to have that regret of not trying. Pwede naman bumalik, di ba? That was our assurance that we could always come back to our profession in the Philippines. Starting our Canada life, we had encountered several challenges. I'm sure everyone who immigrated here or anywhere else had some sort of challenges. We had to adjust to a lot of things and needed to adapt to new culture, including weather. Yes, there were friends who were giving their sound advices. But of course, no one could really direct us into the right path to take because each one had their own unique situation. So there was no definite track to get onto. They said, grab any job in the meantime. Ito yung tinatawag na survival job. We had to find a job that we could also alternate in taking care of our kids. Mga bata pa sila. My husband was hired then as a non-registered dental assistant while he was pursuing certification. And as for me, I remember applying to a meat factory for a night shift. I still clearly remember that day. I had to line up in a cold, snowy Winnipeg weather. Hindi ako sanay. Imagine standing outside in the bitter cold negative 28 degrees Celsius with wind chill. It feels like negative 40 degrees. Grabe, mas malamig pa kami kesa sa freezer. Kung minsan mas malamig pa dito kesa sa planet Mars. I thought I was about to lose my fingers because of frostbite. And then when I went inside, aba, it was not just an interview. There was a written test. Really? An exam? So that I could be a factory worker? So I sat there absent-minded in front of the test paper. I did not realize there was a time limit. And for some reason, I skipped an entire page of the exam. You know what happened next? Among all the 15 applicants, me and another applicant were asked to leave. Yikes! Bagsak kaming dalawa. How would you feel at that moment? The pride of the doctor of dentistry and a registered nurse in the Philippines who passed 2 national board examinations, failed the test in applying as a factory worker. Oh, I cried and I felt ashamed, even to my husband. But you know what? He told me and encouraged me. You know what? God is telling you that this is not what He planned for you. Even though He knows that you can easily pass the exam, He made that you He made a way for you not to pass it because His plan is much bigger. Then I went into schooling for healthcare aide, nursing assistant. I finished the course and eventually certified. I got certified and applied right away. I did night shifts until my kids could already go to school during the day. And then I got my first day job. I shifted to a specialty dental office. I worked with my husband there. This is where I first experienced being bullied, received racist remarks, and slowly things were not going well in the office, and even had some issues to the dental association here. But thankfully, by God's grace, we were able to overcome those dark days. And I decided to go back to healthcare full time. I worked really hard, tiring myself. And then one day I reflected, why am I here and doing this to myself? Bakit ko pinapagod yung sarili ko araw-araw sa ganitong trabaho? Why am I so stressed? Are we not meeting our monthly obligations? The basic needs of my family? Should I get stuck doing this job full time so that I could be a good helper to my husband? Then comes acting. There were opportunities for me to act in films. My very first feature film, Islands, had a world premiere in Austin, Texas just last week. It was a success. I am enjoying this casual job being involved in both US and Canadian films, sometimes even with just background jobs. This is my passion job. I was involved in Theater Guild back in high school, and I was accepted in UP for theater arts, but I did not pursue it and chose dentistry instead. There are people who are blessed that their formal job is what they are passionate about. But in my case, it would not be enough to fulfill our obligation. So I still have to maintain my healthcare job. I also have this permanent makeup business. I do microblading on the side. This is my multitasking life. I'm juggling from one job to the next and at the same time being a wife and a mom. I make it a point that I am there in every step of the growth and development of my children, no matter how busy I am. Wala kaming house help dito, so that's another thing. I'm sure I'm not the only one who has this multitasking life. Ganito ang karamihan dito sa Canada. It is hard, yes, but my advice is to balance things out. Balance the things that you are doing. You have to find your passion too. This would prevent burnout. For me, it's acting. For others, it could be anything you really like to do, such as cooking, baking, or if you're talented with singing, painting, and other arts. Kailangan maging masaya din tayo, di ba? Sa mga ginagawa natin. Hanapan natin ito ng oras. And another thing that I do, and this is something that keeps me grounded and in touch with God. I volunteer at our church too. Now the question, am I successful? What is your definition of success? For me, yes, I am successful because I'm able to fulfill my obligations to my family. And at the same time, I'm able to do the things I'm passionate about. And you know what I realize now? My life is filled with abundance. I may not be affluent financially, we're not, but I have a balanced life. I have conquered my fears with the help of God. I do not measure my own success to other people's achievement or success. We all have different goals in life. To be honest, when Apple reached out to me and asked if I could speak in this event, sabi ko nga sa kanya, sure ka Apple, sasama mo ako? And her answer really touched and at the same time inspired me. She said, yes, Doc Sheila, because for me, success is not only the monetary stature or fame and limelight. Being successful is when you see people being inspired and encouraged to keep on pushing and not losing hope because they saw it in you, even in the smallest thing that you do. Success is you being an instrument or a conduit to people you have touched and help them achieve their baby steps and eventually letting them stand on their own. And she said, all of the women who are part of this event have touched people in their own way. So that is why you are part of this. Thank you. So now, to everyone who's watching and streaming this event, I want to encourage you, whatever situation you may be in life right now, keep on pushing, have a goal, and don't forget to balance it by doing your passion. Laban lang tayo. And lastly, I would like to share with you how I always start my day. I start it by having my devotion time, having my quiet time, being at peace with God, and shutting down all the noises so that I could hear His whisper. By this, I'm aligning everything that I do according to His will. There are tough times ahead for sure, but I know that He is always ahead of me and fights all my battles. That is my assurance that success will be on its way, always. I hope with my experience and story, I have inspired you and encouraged you to keep on pushing. Thank you so much, Apple, and to the whole staff of and crew of TNC and for this great opportunity. I am truly honored and blessed to be sharing this event together with the other lovely, successful women who ruled 2021. More power to all of you. Good day, everyone, and God bless you.